everybody. Welcome to Garrett's Games. My name's Doug.
My name's Shelly.
And we are a podcast and video series about board games. This week, we are talking about Dragonarium. This is by Chang and Kuan Chen from Wonderful World Board Games for 1 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, 10 plus on the box. This is a preview. We have a fully manufactured game here, but it is coming out as a Kickstarter on the day we release this video, November 18th. And though it has, at first blush, a little bit of a King Domino look to it, it is definitely
very different.
Very different. It has some awesome puzzly bits. So let's talk a little bit about Dragonarium. So in Dragonarium, you each start with, well, there's 2 sides to each of these boards. But here we have the starter side, 4 different boards for all of the players that are all the same. We have then different plus bits that have the 5 different colors, and they are different for each player. So that gives you some variety at the start. You also have your assistant, a little Igor here. Here's a little hand. And you are going, and of course, awesome dragons and gems. Along with that, you have these things that they call pillars. Now, if you've played Wonderful World Board Games' Castle Raisers, this is a little similar to that in that you have pieces that look through to what's below. So they look like little picture frames, if you will.
Raise up things.
Because unlike, as I said at the top, King Domino, even though this may look like that right at first, here you're building up as well as out. All right? So on a turn, you are going to be drafting one of these domino-style tiles. And what you are trying to do is get the largest groups of the 4 colors that score. Even though there are 5 colors here, right, you can see there's blue, red, and green that correspond to the 3 types of gems, as well as gold and gold dragons. But those are their own separate thing. And you are trying to, if you can look closely here, hatch the dragon's eggs that are on the various colors here. So you've got the gems that need to be on there, and the way they hatch is by playing on top of a fully marked over with the proper gems tile. So, okay, so that's kind of what you're trying to do here, because you can score. Because at the end of the game,
yes,
scoring is the largest group of each color
that each person
orthogonally grouped together, right, color times how high it has grown.
It doesn't have to be the whole thing, but just one piece of it, or one square could even be of that color.
Exactly. You could see that on this, there's for 2 players. We have more tiles over here that you add in for 3 or 4 players. And you are going to then draft, and in a 2-player game, you're going to draft 2 times as the start player before you refresh the tiles. In a 3-player game, you put out 5 tiles only. In a 4-player, 6 as well, but each person is going to take 1, and then you're going to refresh, and then you're going to pass the turn order. So there'll always be 2 more than are needed for the drafting in the round, and those 2 then stick around for the next time, okay? It also means that you have some interesting stuff as you take the last one as the second player, and you are then going to get first choice when you become the start player when everything gets refreshed. So that's kind of a nice thing too. So looking at these tiles, there are 3 steps to the game. The first thing is, number 1, you're going to draft one of these tiles. And given that I've got green, gold, and red on the edges, I'm probably going to want to draft something that fits those. And this tile looks pretty darn great because I can place it so that I can have 2 reds right next to each other and possibly have those golds joined up next time. Once I have placed the tile, then I look to see which color I want to choose. It doesn't have to be on the tile that I just played, but which of the 3 colors that that have gems associated with them that I'm going to choose for moving my assistant. And I look to see what my largest group is. So in this case, 1 in green, 1 in blue, or 2 in red. Okay? That's how far I must move my assistant. Can't move it shorter than that. Has to be exactly that for the one that I choose. So red is my best choice because 1, 2, when I move that, then because I chose red, I get to place a red somewhere in that column that as long as it can take it. So if I had moved only one, there's no blue and there's no green. Well, I could have, as an alternative, I could have moved here, and then I could have placed either a green or a blue on the gold one. And what you're trying to do for the gold eggs to make them hatch is you are trying to get the same. So I'd have to have 2 greens, 2 blues, or 2 reds on that space before I can make that payoff. But I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to take that and get that red one there. Shelly's turn then.
I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, I'd like to get maybe this one here.
The double green.
Double green, and I'm going to put it like this because it also has the opportunity to be blue.
Yes.
So then I can say, what do I want? I'm probably going to want to move 1 blue. I could do 3 green or 1 red. I'm going to do 1 blue, go like this, so that I can put onto this one here, the gem. That's what I would choose to do, I think.
That's a pretty great choice. Now, I get to choose from these 4, and I'm looking around and saying, one of the things that I might want to do is the 5th color is this tan area. So now notice, and I only kind of alluded to this, that you can only build up on these things when all of the spots for gems are filled.
In that, where you're going to put
Where you're going to put the thing, exactly.
Right.
But the brown ones are getting more of these little frames or pillars as they call them. And this might be a really good one for me to take so that I could grow my green a little bit more and have an easier thing to be able to cover going forward.
Because you don't need gems on those to cover them up.
Exactly.
And you can't cover them until both of those are full, right?
Yes. Now I'm looking at that though and I'm like, that's not going to help me in terms of my placing of gems, though. So that's a great one to choose, but unfortunately, it's not going to help me with the gem placement because if I go 1, all I can do 1 is blue, and there's no blue here.
Right.
If I go 2, 1, 2, nothing there and nothing here.
Nope.
And so this is a good idea to think about, but oh darn, it's not going to really work out. So instead,
you could play it. It's
I
just
could. It's just I wouldn't be able to play it. Exactly.
And you can't always do both things sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Instead, I think I'm going to place this one here. And now I have 3 red, so I can go 1, 2, 3, and I get to place another red somewhere in here. And given that I'm going to go around and maybe get to this one, I'm going to place it there. No, you know what? I'm going to place, that's probably the best one to place on. Okay? And we continue to do this as we move forward. And as we get, so say I had achieved this situation, okay? There's, or let me put another possibility here. I've done this, okay? There we go. All right. In both of these situations, I can now build up because I can cover the tan always. And I can build up over this spot because all of the gem slots are filled. Now, when you do that, you are going to, let's say I did this. This would be a really nice one, actually.
Yeah, that's great.
If I build this here, I'm going to get 2 frames because I'm covering those frames up.
And there's a picture of 2 frames on there.
And I'm going to take those 2 off, and I'm going to create blue egg, a blue dragon,
right,
which goes there. Now,
why is it not necessarily there?
Well, that's true. It can go in one of 3 places. Yeah. It can go on one of the 2 spots that I have just on the tile I just played.
Right.
It can go anywhere on a 0 level spot. Or it can go where there are gems already because you can never cover over a dragon. So I'm kind of wasting the gems if I do that, but it might be a good idea. However, I think this is actually a good play because now, notice I've created a group of 3 greens, but I also have this. This is now both a blue and a green when I'm counting squares. So the dragon makes this blue as well as green. And if I can make this a blue, now I've expanded that blue area really nicely.
So why don't you do that with this piece, just because that will show.
Right, exactly. So I could, on a subsequent turn, and I wouldn't actually even need to have gems or anything, I could take a couple of pillars here.
Oh, 2 pillars, that's really good.
And boom, put that in. And now I have a 1, 2, 3, 4 area of blue. Okay,
Or
and I would have
now you
also
have a
gotten
3,
2 more pillars here, right? So I used 2, but it
right.
did that. Yeah, I could have done that over here too.
Sure.
Okay, placing this in, and I would have gotten a red dragon, and then that would have been there. So using a pillar for that
So you'd be having 3
spot.
blues and 3 reds. That's pretty great.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's the way the building out works.
But what's
okay?
interesting is you have to play this piece first, right?
Yes.
And then you're saying your amount, so you're also counting to see where you want to end up.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
but you have to take this into consideration because you've probably been counting it before that happened.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
Yeah, so these would be out here, some more choices.
Right.
And so yeah, you're basically covering them up. The yellow ones are unique.
The yellow one, oh yes, the yellow ones
Yeah.
are unique because if you create a yellow dragon,
Right.
Say I created a yellow dragon and I have 3 yellows. Yellows, because it takes 2 of the same one on the yellow, these yellow dragons themselves are worth 3 points at the end of the game. Okay?
Right.
So this would be both a red and a yellow now for those points.
Right.
Only 3 points because it's 1, 2, 3 times 1 because it's only on level 1. But that's the way scoring works. Now, along with that, I want to point out just really quickly that not only do you have these basic boards,
And they're really
but you
hard too.
also
It's not
have
basic doesn't mean easy.
right, exactly. You also have
Really
4
cool
different
boards.
asymmetrical
Really cool
boards
boards.
that are really interesting.
Yeah.
So everything from this one gives you stuff when you land on it. You get more gems and things.
So you're trying to count exactly to get into those locations.
Exactly.
Right?
This one, you can't place anything but dragons over here, but when you get 2, you get an extra dragon. So that's
Right.
kind of nice.
That's really
And then on the
cool.
other side of the 2 that we've got here, this one, is really nice because this one, as it says, whenever you use pillars, you actually take from the supply and not your personal. So whenever, and you can
love that
spend
one.
from your personal supply at any time you want to get a red gem. And then finally,
This is a cool board,
This
too.
one,
I love these boards. These are
this
great.
one, you notice that you're walking instead of staying around the outside, you wander through the middle. This counts as a green, a red, and a blue area. But if you cover it up, now I'm gonna go. If I had to go 2, I would go 1, 2. All right, so I'm moving further.
And also, when you did this that one time, you filled them all in.
I did, so it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're moving around the board quicker.
Yeah.
So really interesting stuff that
And
we've
different
got in this
shapes
game.
on the board, too, so that makes it really cool.
Definitely. So that is Dragonarium. All right, hon. So what do you think of this one?
I love this game.
I really
it
do
is
too.
really challenging.
Yeah.
I mean, you were really thinking, like, how to make it get higher,
Yeah, I know.
but how to make the things wider and longer. And there's going to be some times where you can't do both choices.
That is true. That is true.
So you're always going to, probably be able to place your gem, hopefully.
You always
right.
want to try to place that gem.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is true.
Yeah. But there's a possibility that a few of the turns you might not be able to actually do part
Right.
of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you maybe can't get the right color to where you need to be.
Towards the end, it's even possible that it's like, oh man, I don't have a place to place, so I've just got to toss one of these off to the side and then move so that
that
I get
amount
that
of
gem
space.
on there. So now I've got a spot to play for that next
Yeah.
time, right?
I mean,
Woo!
it's tough.
It is tough,
And
but good.
It's really
really
good.
challenging and
Really.
thought-provoking.
Yeah, I love this game.
And so you each of these dragons,
Yeah.
the base color makes that so that you get double. You spread out your different areas. The golden dragons are worth 3 points at the end as
right,
well.
right.
And then it's that
Yeah.
How big versus how tall
Each of the colors are.
each of the 4 colors are.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you want to play in an empty spot.
Oh my goodness, yes.
But then when you do that, then it's harder to build up.
Exactly.
Because
Gotta use
that
a
would
lot
have
of
been
these things.
that would have been a place where you could have easily done this to build up.
Exactly.
But you're also trying to get it to be
Yeah,
the
and
biggest area.
it's amazing how quickly you're like, oh, I need some of those pieces that have at least one half of the frame, so then I can play up better and easier.
More quickly.
Right, or you have one like this, which is, you get one frame, but you do have to put one gem on it, and you're going to get a blue dragon. So, man.
So you're really trying to think where to place them, so that, because you don't want to have like 2 colors separated.
Yeah.
And help it.
Oh, it's
but it's so interesting, the boards.
definitely.
I mean, they're all hard boards,
Yeah.
but they're all really great. And
Definitely
really,
start with the base board.
But I mean, you'll want to play the baseboard a lot.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's not like
but then
it's
you want to
easy.
jump into those asymmetrical ones
I
and
think,
see how those work out.
Yeah.
We had a great time with this game and can't recommend it enough.
Definitely.
It is
It's so
on
much fun.
Kickstarter
So
now
much
from
fun.
Wonderful
You've got to
World
try it,
Board Gamers.
really.
It is Dragonarium for 1 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes, 10 plus. Check it out. Worth your time. All right, guys, head down to the show notes and make sure that you subscribe and you give us a thumbs up. And down in those show notes, if you want to sponsor this podcast, you go to patreon.com/GarrettsGames or check out the extensive list of games that no longer fit on our shelves but belong on your table. You have a great one. We'll see you later. And if you're seeing this right before BGG Con, say hi to us. We'll be there. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.